My name is Pete Brown, and now an important update on this year's Aviation Content Creator Award ceremony.
And here he is, the most persistent guy in general aviation history, Dan Gryder. Dan, you've gotten so impatient, you've gone ahead and started your own YouTube channel now, it looks like.
Yeah, how you doing, Juan? Thanks for
Hey,
calling.
good.
A lot of fun, man. How's it going out there in California, land of fruits and nuts?
Well, we're waiting for some more rain and snow. We're way behind on the rain and snowfall. We're getting a little bit here today.
Yeah, good. Yeah, so had really excellent cooperation the last 2 years with all the YouTube channels, including Blanco Lirio, on helping curb this general aviation fatal accident rate, and we're really doing good. So thought today'd be a good time to catch up and circle the wagons on that, and I'll let you talk about ACA and a few other things coming up.
Good. Yeah. So we got the ACA Awards coming up again this year. We had just a blast last year out at Benton Field, but this year we've got a new venue and some new dates. So why don't you give us the briefing on this year's ACA Awards?
You betcha. July 23, 24, 25. It's Sierra, Quebec, India. Sterling, Rock Falls, Whiteside County Airport, 143 nautical miles due south of AirVenture. It's the weekend prior to AirVenture. Fly in, hang with all the YouTubers. We're going to fly airplanes. The ACA Fun Run is Saturday morning, which I intend on winning.
Wait a minute. You mean you got to run, like physically running?
Yeah, it's a fun run.
I didn't know there was going to be physical exertion required during this ceremony. That's why we're YouTubers.
Yeah, that's required. In order to win the award, you have to finish the fun run. 2K. It's just a 2K.
Oh gosh. Okay. How far is 2K?
Yeah, it's like 1.3 miles or something.
Okay.
But I've rented a wheelchair for you. So
good, thanks. One of those where you carry on one leg. All right.
Yeah. So the air show is 2 to 4 p.m. Saturday afternoon, Wayward Airspace, TFR. Some really, really unusual acts in the ACA air show. We got a box, an air boss, the whole thing. It's maybe you can show the graphic later of our airspace diagram. Hold on a second.
Oh, no, not another rude interruption.
Yeah, Dan, you got a call on line 2.
He's always got his handheld on here.
I can't take it. I'm on the I'm doing a little call right now.
He's always trying to do two things at once.
Oh, well, say hi to Blanco Lirio, but this is Ron Parr with Parr for the Course, and he just heard about the 2K, and he is mad. He had a bet with you over the 5K, so he thinks that you're just trying to get out of it.
Yeah, but put him on hold. I'm with Blanco Lirio right now, and we're making a video. Just tell him I'll call him back. Give him any excuse you want. Just standard stuff. Just make something up.
Blanco Lirio again?
Yeah, I know.
It's only the second time.
I'm making a video. Sorry.
That sounds like the staff management.
Yeah, it's always something. ACA should be a blast. Awards are Saturday night with the MC, Brian Turner, just plain silly, handling the MC duties and all that stuff. We're doing the ACA 2K Fun Run Awards for who finishes first in that. And then the ACA Awards. Show them your awards from what you got for.
Oh, yeah. We showed them at the intro. I don't know if this will come up on the crappy green screen here, but there it is. There's second place. And we showed it on the intro.
Yeah. So ACA is just for YouTube channels, large and small, all the big ones. We got quite a few coming from Europe, about 50 YouTube channels. Aviation YouTubers is what it is. All going to be there. We're flying airplanes. We're all shooting video and hanging out and having fun. Really is a blast.
That's the weekend before AirVenture or Oshkosh, right? And so we just roll right into AirVenture after this weekend to Oshkosh. Very cool. And you got some big names from Europe. Are we going to maybe even see, hopefully, Victor from VAS Aviation?
Yeah, Victor's coming over. I'm really thrilled to get to meet him, and quite a few from over there have contacted me.
Petter, you got Petter from Mentor Pilot.
Mentor Pilot, and then Captain Joe
Uh-huh.
is probably going to come up and ride with Brian Turner in a Cirrus up to AirVenture, but Captain Joe's planning on swinging by. So they're all just great guys. So all your standard ones from the U.S. And plus we've got quite a few from worldwide that have signed up. All COVID tentative, but we're looking really pretty good on this.
Yeah, AirVenture's a go, and Sun and Fun is a go also this year. And I'm planning on heading on down there to see everybody at Sun and Fun for the first time in my career. I've never been to Sun and Fun before, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, and how are you getting to Sun and Fun?
Well, I don't know. Hopefully, I'll get over there to Hotlanta or wherever you are. And if you got room, I'd love to get on board Glenn's Lockheed. What is it, the 10, the Model 10, and head down.
It's a 12A.
12A. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the plan right now. We'll all jump on board with Glenn and head down. We'll all ride the Lockheed down there, and then Scott Purdue, Dan Milliken, a bunch of those guys are going to be hanging out, not doing anything except kind of drinking coffee and hanging around and having fun down there. So pretty unofficial, but I'm really looking forward to it. You and me are riding the Lockheed down and back, so it should be a great time.
That'd be fun. Sun and Fun. That's coming up in the middle of April here.
Yeah.
And back to this ACA airspace. You got airspace. You have waivered airspace for air shows, but it's going to be a more safety-oriented kind of air show that's going to be a little higher in altitude. None of this low-level daredevil stuff flying through between the poles.
Yeah.
Or anything.
Yeah, we're not doing anything low level. Our box is set up kind of high and oriented north-south away from the crowd. Only really. My thing is that Airshow Act should be up nice and high and visible, and I don't really want to see anybody go inverted over the runway. I mean, it's just there's no need for that. They're beautiful airplanes. We want to see them fly and fly high. So there's no need to do aerobatics down low. I'm really looking forward to the Lockheed's going to do a routine, and then I don't know if you've seen the aerobatic bonanza, but he's going to dead stick an aerobatic. Or it's not an aerobatic bonanza. It's just no. Scott Purdue's going to fly the aerobatic bonanza, right. But the other guy is going to dead stick a Baron. He shuts off both engines and does his aerobatic routine, and then he dead sticks the Baron. So I want to see that.
Yeah, it's kind of sort of advanced AQP maneuvers at a safe altitude.
Yeah. It's and we have a turbine aerobatic helicopter. I'm going to do an aerobatic helicopter routine. So a bunch of very, very unusual stuff, but it's all up high, with the exception of the dead stick. And at some point, he's going to have to enter the traffic pattern with both engines feathered. Yeah, wow. Land.
Wow. And we've got facilities on the airfield. You probably already mentioned this. We got restaurants, parking, tie-down rooms. We got the works there.
We got the works, got the whole thing taken care of. So the infrastructure and the effort behind the scenes has been crazy on this thing. Free camping, free parking for our airplane fly-in guests. Runway 1836 will be closed. The entire runway is a parking lot for general aviation aircraft. So bring your stuff, bring your coolers, bring your tents, come on in and party with us.
And as before, we'll have plenty of display aircraft to look at as well.
Display airplane, air show airplanes, all that stuff is looking really good.
Outstanding. Well, looking forward to that. Okay, so what's the latest in AQP, Advanced Qualification Program? You got some updates?
Yeah, well, it's done really well. Tons of feedback, lots of flight schools and flight instructors using it just as after you get your pilot's license thing. Our accident trend data that you're looking at on the screen there has not been good, and that's that blue line that is, ironically, that's the goal of the NTSB. They've published that they want, not that they want, but they consider 1.0 fatals per 100,000 flight hours to be an acceptable level. My opinion is that 0.0 is acceptable, not that we're ever going to reach it, but we want to take that trend vector that you see going up there and we want to pull it down. And I think we're actually starting to see the tip of the iceberg. I think we're actually starting towards the end of last year and beginning of this year, people are becoming more aware of things not to do, including the Pembroke Pines bonanza that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah. Don't turn around. Don't try to go back.
don't try to turn around and do a little bit more planning and think about where you are before you push that throttle in and what's going to happen if it doesn't work. So prevention is the whole theme. AQP, it's prevention. We're using scenarios to prevent a fatal accident by being a little more careful and thinking about it. A fatal accident is a big deal. It's a huge deal, not just the loss of life. It's the insurance problem, the lawsuit problem. Everything that gets wrapped up in a fatal is huge, and they're all so very preventable, and that's what I'm after.
And it's the same old problems over and over again.
Same thing.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, so schedule real quick.
This AQP is your program is you're getting a lot of invites to EAA meetings and that sort of thing lately.
Yeah, and I'm trying to do one of those every now and then, but the next one is in March 27th, Iowa Falls, Iowa. Email me if you want to go to that. It's free. It's an evening deal, and actually, I think the one in Iowa Falls is a luncheon out there. Then April 2 in Zeeland, Michigan. That's EAA 211, and then right after that, Sun and Fun. Me and Blanco, Lirio, and Scott, all those guys at Sun and Fun, and then ACA. And then August 14th, the Kentucky Pilots Association in Louisville. If you're interested in any of those, email me. I'll give you the details. And then October 22, 23, the Mooney Summit. I'll be down there a couple of days for the Mooney Summit. That's mooneysummit.com if you want to go to that. So bunch of cool stuff coming up. The point is, people are calling me to get to talk about this. I'm not charging to go in and do a speaker's fee. There are people just want to hear about it, and I'd say that's fair. Let them hear about it. They can make their own decisions. If it's not right for them, that's fine, but they do want to hear about it. They want to hear what the program is about and how they can help themselves stay alive out there.
Wow, good. And those statistics, you're still keeping track of them over at what's that website again? DanGryder.com or something?
Well, DanGryder.com has got the 2020 fatals in 3 different formats, and that's available to look at for free. You can download that. The 2021 data I keep track of on my little black notebook daily as they occur in pencil form, because they're so simple to do. Within a day or so, I've already got the end number, who the pilot was, what kind of airplane it was, and then I start looking at what AQP bucket they were in, because they're always, of the 20 buckets, they're one of the 20.
Yep.
You can find that data on Aviation 101. 2 of the best guys, let me give the best plug here I can for Steve at Flight Chops. Great guy. Josh at Aviation 101. Both of those guys really set this thing on the map and has helped the general aviation fatal accident rate the most. If you can subscribe to their channels as well, they got Patreon and all that stuff. If you can help support them, they have really done, Josh has got a complete AQP series on Aviation 101. Really, both of them really did an excellent job. But the thing started with me and Flight Chops down here in Atlanta, those 2 videos that we produced back to back, which set us on the course for giving this material out. And this isn't something I'm selling. I don't have a ball cap to sell, and I'm not selling that AQP material. I'm just trying to bend that data down. Juan, that's all I'm doing.
And that's all free. And that the AQP kind of format is also available at these different YouTube locations as well, correct? If you want to do,
just do a Google search on grassroots AQP, and it's on both Flight Chops and Aviation 101. But that's a 40-page PDF, and you can download that, print it, or put it on your iPad.
We'll put the link in the description down below, and you can bring the message home to your hometown airport. Excellent. Thanks so much, Dan. What else is going on? Is that it?
That's basically it, except I'll give you a slight teaser for the fatal airplane crash that just happened down in Louisiana. I'm not going to say very much about it right now, but there will be an update I'm predicting from both Aviation 101 and Flight Chops. This is a landmark case and a heart-wrenching case. This is in a category that we have never seen before in general aviation. It's a crazy deal. And I'm going to talk about it here in the very near future, but this is one to watch because it's universal to all of us. If you're a pilot or a flight instructor, you are susceptible to the phenomena that these guys encountered. And I predict this phenomena is going to be more and more prevalent coming up in the future. So this one is an absolute landmark case. It's a horribly tragic case. 2 excellent individuals, community guys, family guys, just both excellent families, and a complete devastating loss to 2 families. and no one could figure out what happened. And I went down there, and I have figured it out, and we've come to the conclusion of what happened. And I like to tell that story,
Okay.
but I have to do it with reverence and with respect to both families and honoring their wishes of what they want out of this. And I'm going to find a way to tell that story so that the education can come forward. Both families, I think, would want the educational benefit to come out of this.
And this was a Cessna 182 straight and level day VFR flight?
Cessna 182, nice airplane, 3-bladed prop, straight and level, day VFR, no birds, no missiles. It didn't get shot down. It wasn't a midair, wasn't suicide, wasn't a fight in the cockpit. This thing went straight into the ground. From 3,800 feet, it went straight in. The tip of the propeller was buried 22 feet in the mud.
Man, wow. All
that's
right.
That's how hard it hit. So
that's a mystery. All right. Well,
that'll be one to watch. That's coming up on my channel here real soon. And hopefully Josh and Steve will provide an update once they kind of see where I'm going with that, because they've got a lot more reach than I do. And it truly is a community message that really I would hope that everybody would take the time to listen to their channels and look at that, because it truly applies to you and me and everybody.
Okay, very good. All right.
All right.
Thanks, Dan, so much. We'll see you July 23rd, 24th, 25th at the ACA Awards at Whiteside County Airport this year, the weekend before Oshkosh or AirVenture, and we'll see everybody at Sun and Fun as well.
That's it. Hey, do I get to do the closure?
If you got a clean, do you get a clean shirt on this time, and is it right side out? You can do the closure.
See you here.
See you here. All right.
See you here.
Thanks.